Amir Khan has started to speak about Pacquiao again. And look, to be fair to Khan, I read this statement on Boxing Scene website, and I do believe that some of these boxing writers, they only put the statements the fighters leave rather than the questions they're asked. And what I mean by that is I think Amir Khan was asked about Manny Pacquiao. I don't think he just started speaking about Pacquiao. Obviously, he's got a fight with Vargas coming. I think he was asked about Pacquiao. And he mentioned that, look, he still wants to fight. That's the fight he wants. And he thinks that it's a stadium fight in the UK and it's a massive fight to make. And he almost then went on to talk about how the fight would play out. Almost as though the fight's been signed. Firstly, I'm not entirely sure it is a stadium fight, if I'm honest with you. Especially, I'm guessing he's not talking small stadium, because then a small stadium would be an arena, right? There's no point saying, oh, the fight can happen at Bolton Stadium, because then, well, we might as well just have it at the MEN Arena or the O2 Arena. I think he's talking about big stadium, and I mean big stadium like Wembley or the Principality. I don't think it can happen at either one of those, if I'm honest with you. I just don't think Pacquiao Khan is that big a fight that it sells out a stadium. I mean, I just don't. I don't think 70 or 80,000 people are going to turn up to see Pacquiao, who is way past his prime, and Khan, who's also past his prime. I don't think it works that way. So I don't think it sells out a stadium, and I don't think the fight will happen. Look, does it make sense to happen? Probably. You know, if the fight's ever going to happen, right now it kind of makes sense. Pacquiao just beat Matisse, and Khan will probably, I say probably because I'm still not sure if, you know what happens with Khan if he gets caught, but Khan will probably put a beating on Vargas. So it makes sense to happen. But what I was going to talk about was this comeback that Khan is on. Khan, to be fair, has been around a long time. I mean, you're talking about a kid that turned pro as a teenager, I think. So he's been around a long, long time, at least 12 or 13 years in the game, maybe even longer. So he has had a lot of wear and tear on that body. He's been in tough fights as well. Everyone will probably mention, the likes of Canelo knockout and Garcia knockout, and obviously back in the day, Bradis Prescott. But those were knockouts. I think in terms of a beating, that Maidana fight was, that takes it out of you. That Maidana fight takes it out of you. And I think when you look at some of the tough fights Khan's been in, even the ones that he's won, they're not easy. Lamont Peterson was quite a physically tough fight as well. I remember it just being on the ropes, just kind of wear and tear on the body. And then I also saw footage of Khan sparring recently. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this footage. It went round of Khan sparring. And I mean, a lot of fighters would tell you that it's the sparring that kills you. A fight is obviously hard, obviously, but it's the sparring that takes it out on your body, that wear and tear, that constant minute after minute and different opponents. And I mean, you're sparring, some people spar 100 rounds, more than that even, 150 rounds some people spar before a fight. Fucking hell, headgear or no headgear, big gloves or no big gloves, that's tough on your body. So I wonder, with all that being said, with the injuries as well, if whether Khan really just doesn't have the hunger anymore. Whether or not he just wants a couple of big paydays, which is fair, and then he wants to call it quits. Because if I'm Amir Khan and I have the hunger, say I'm speaking for Amir Khan now, you're in the 147 division. Porter is fighting Garcia. That's signed. That fight's happening. Garcia knocked you out. If I'm a hungry Amir Khan, if I'm a Khan that really wants a big fight, especially in the US, he likes the US fights, then I'm saying, look, if Garcia wins that fight, I want my rematch. I want my rematch from that defeat. When was it? 5 years ago. I want the rematch. And Khan is talking about wanting a world title again. Hence the reason he doesn't really want to fight Brook, because Brook doesn't have a title. He says, I want a world title again. Surely you don't get better than that. You'll get your rematch chance against Garcia, because I think Garcia will beat Porter, by the way. And you get a chance. And you get a chance to get the green and gold belt. Nothing beats that, surely. That would be a hungry Khan. This Khan ain't hungry. This Khan wants to fight a 39-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who is way past his prime. I mean, come on, Pacquiao's way past his prime. Pacquiao prime was Hatton, Cotto. That was prime Pacquiao. Not even, and you can even go further back. Morales, you can go further, Marquez, Barrera. Pacquiao now is, those fights were 10, 15 years ago. That's how long ago that was. So he's way past his prime for me. So that That's what I would do if I was Amir Khan. And I'm shocked that he's not even mentioned Danny Garcia. I'll be honest with you, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he's not really mentioned Furman. He has mentioned Spence in the sense that he has a good record against Southpaws, but he's just mentioned that passing. He doesn't really want to fight Spence. We know that. Come on, he doesn't want to fight Spence. But I'm shocked that he doesn't want to fight Garcia. I am, because I actually think Khan does well against Garcia. I know it's stupid because he got knocked out the last time, but I do think Khan does well against Garcia. Khan's speed in that fight was causing Garcia so many problems. And when Garcia caught up with him with that one punch with his eyes closed, then obviously that was that. But I'm shocked that he's not said, you know what, give me Garcia. If Garcia wins, I want that fight. Pay-per-view in America, it will be. And let's do this. I mean, look, imagine getting Garcia over here. Imagine getting Garcia over here. You talk about stadium fights. There won't be a stadium fight, it'll be a massive fight though. Garcia, WBC belt, revenge or repeat. You know Eddie will chuck that straight on pay-per-view, and it's a massive fight. But instead, what we're getting is, I want Manny Pacquiao. I want Manny Pacquiao. I want Manny Pacquiao. It's not the same Khan for me. And if for a second you think you're going to get Brook when Khan is speaking about Pacquiao, a 39-year-old, then you're mistaken, people. So it kind of begs the question, what is this comeback for? What's it for? I mean, don't con the fans. Let's be honest and call it what it is. I mean, when David Haye done his comeback and had those few fights on Dave, you kind of knew what it was, right? He just wanted to make a bit of money. Then he stepped up and fought Tony Bellew, and we could see the difference between fighting lower league guys and fighting elite guys. And I think Khan is scared to fight an elite guy now. And I'm not sort of cussing him here. I'm just saying that's the case. And again, a lot of wear and tear on the body. He's been through a lot of surgeries and injuries, and maybe that's just it. Maybe the Khan that fought Judah and fought Malignaggi and fought Maidana and fought all those other guys, Collazo and Devin Alexander, maybe that Khan is gone. And this is a new Khan. This is a new Amir King Khan.